నా
Go
పేరు
on.
పద్మజ. నేను కొద్ది కాలం క్రితం వరకు ఎల్ఐసిలో ఫండ్ మేనేజర్ గా చేస్తూ ఎల్ఐసి ఫండ్స్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ చూస్తూ ఉండేదాన్ని. నా ఎడ్యుకేషన్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ తో గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్, ఆ తర్వాత ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ ఎంబీఏ ఇన్ ఐఐఎం అహ్మదాబాద్. సో ఫ్యూ ఇయర్స్ బ్యాక్ నాకు పర్సనల్ గా నాకు టైం కావాలి అని నేను జాబ్ వదిలేసి విఆర్ఎస్ తీసుకున్నాను. బట్ నా కొద్ది కాలం నుంచి ఒక ఐటీ కంపెనీలో ప్రాజెక్ట్ మేనేజర్ గా, వాళ్ళ కన్సల్టెంట్ గా ప్రాజెక్ట్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ లో హెల్ప్ చేస్తున్నాను. దట్ ఈస్ వర్క్ ఫ్రమ్ హోమ్.
వెరీ గుడ్.
నా పేరు ప్రసాద్ నాదేళ్ల. నేను కెమికల్ టెక్నాలజీ ఫ్రమ్ ఐసిటి ముంబై. బాంబేకి 94 లో వచ్చాను. సో రైట్ నౌ వర్కింగ్ విత్ బిఎస్ఎఫ్ ఇండియా టెక్నికల్ సర్వీసెస్ అండ్ అప్లికేషన్ టెక్నాలజీ హ్యాండ్లింగ్ ఫర్ సౌత్ ఏషియా.
వెరీ గుడ్. ఓకే,
సోడా ఫ్యాబ్రిక్ కదండి బిఎస్ఎఫ్ అంటే.
సేమ్ అదే. కరెక్ట్.
Okay, now over to you. We'll start the session. Andarki namaste. We will have this program in English so that everybody is comfortable. Welcome Dr. Gida. ఈనాటి స్పీకర్ డాక్టర్ పివి రమణ గారు. వీరి గురించి ఎంత చెప్పిన అందరికి తెలుసు. వారు ఇంజనీర్, ఎంబీఏ, స్టడీడ్ ఇన్ యుఎస్ఏ, రిటర్న్ బ్యాక్, వర్క్డ్ విత్ మెనీ కంపెనీస్, టీటీకే, ఆదిత్య బిర్లా, and at the age of 52-53 he started ITM University, ITM Educational Institute. Now currently over 15 campuses, 3 universities. His life is very long journey, created huge resources for the nation, and today we are very happy to have him to tell us about the social entrepreneurship with some examples. Idea of doing this program is to develop entrepreneurship among the people, Telugu community as well as non-Telugu community, and give a platform to do various activities. So we have here some more friends, Murthy and other friends who can share about their experience as well. And we have one Kumar also. He will talk about the IT project. So first we will have Dr. Ramana sir. Sir, over to you, sir.
Thank you, and welcome to all of us who are gathered to listen to three of us. Jagan Babu asked me to speak about social entrepreneurship. I would say I would rather speak about social enterprise that includes all types of entrepreneurial activity in itself. Anything done for public purpose is a social enterprise. There is no question about it. That is the overarching philosophy that you have to ask yourself, what you are doing, is it for a public benefit or is it for personal benefit? If it is in a majority way, great majority way, public purpose, then you can call it a social enterprise. A great example is Sulabh Complex all over India. It is also a 2,000 crore business for those of you who do not know it. It is profitable. But the beauty of social entrepreneurship is that every penny earned in that as a surplus goes into building one more public toilet. Sulabh complexes are Sarvajanika Sauchalaya. The idea of social enterprise came from a different background. If you just go back, let us say 50 years or 70 years or perhaps 100 years globally, if anything for the public was to be done, it had to be done only with state funds. There is no other way. Or a munificent grant or a donation from a wealthy individual. Third way is that groups of people who see themselves as socially advanced in their society, they come together to establish new institutions for public purpose. Examples of the last in India are, for instance, in the 40s and 50s, most institutions were established by groups of lawyers or eminent lawyers. They enabled by pooling between a group of maybe 1 or 2 people or even 100 people to come up with lasting institutions. 2 examples are right here in Bombay. One is a very, very successful one, what is known as SVKM, Villaparle Kela Mandal. Group of individuals, when Juhu layout was being planned, came together to claim a piece of land for social purpose. And the immediate social purpose as a public amenity was a sports facility. That is why the organization is called Krida Mandala or Kela Mandala. It's a Gujarat organization. But rapidly they shifted into education. And the fillip came when the Narsi Monji family, which are the owners of the Golden Tobacco Company, otherwise known as Panama brand cigarettes, they donated just 5 lakhs corpus. And then it grew by leaps and bounds to be one of the foremost educational organizations in Bombay. Another is right here in Parel, one of the oldest eye hospitals in the country known as Bachu Ali Hospital. You'll be surprised to know that there is a social enterprise by a small but prosperous Maharashtrian Brahmin sect, a shakha called Swadhyayins. Swadhyaya means it will be a family tradition that from father to son Vedas will be taught in uninterrupted traditional in a series timeline. They claim about 15 generations of uninterrupted Vedic studies. Small group, 8 to 10 people. Even till today, the scions, the family members of the founding families continue to be there. But they could not have built their eye hospital without a starting donation from one Haji Bachu Ali Sahib. He's a Muslim trader who went to Hajj and got enlightenment there, came back and donated rupees 5 lakhs to this organization, Hindu Vedic Group, because their aim was noble, to give free eye care to the rural, or in those days, 130 years ago, Parel was a rural area surrounded by creeks. The filling in had not started 150 years ago in that area. So you would see that social enterprise has something in common. There is a group of people who want to do something good for the society. They also happen to feel that in their personal life, they are advanced enough to be able to contribute for social good. This is the basic idea of social enterprise. And their idea is good, they pursue it till a starter or a kickstarter comes in, gives a corpus. 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs. Amazingly, the amount given by Golden Tobacco family to Narsim Monji and the amount given by Haji Bachu Ali to this society is same. 5 lakhs they give. I believe 5 lakhs was considered as a huge amount, tantamount to from today's numbers, say like 500 crore, to measure the scale of operations. Okay. When they gave that, I researched the dollar parities, dollar pound parities. 1 rupee fetched you 3 British sterling pounds and 15 American dollars. 1-5. That was the wealth of this country. Anyhow, fast forward. How does social enterprise work? There are still people who are individual entrepreneurs with a good idea. Usually this is a story. Good idea, have good educational qualifications and some degree of corporate and in personal business experience, and leave that whole thing and put it aside to be able to make a start on what they think is a good idea. It will help the people and it is needed. Many ideas die, good ideas also. But you should think that there is in the US Army Field Manual of 1950s, so it is unclassified, it is written that what is strategy? That which succeeds is strategy. That is simple one-line definition given by the US Army Field Manual to guide the generals who lead their forces into war, that there is no defined strategy. If you think it is strategic and you do it, and if that succeeds, then the books will write that it is strategy, good strategy. I will tell you 2 stories. These are personal because I really can't tell other stories in detail. One is mine. Till about I came back from US in 1975. 76 to 84, about 6.5, 7 years, I was managing director of the TTK group of companies headquartered in Chennai. Later on, from 84 to 90, I was one of the chief executive level people in the very vast Aditya Birla group of companies. I was responsible for all international trading, manufacturing, investments, and technology flows which have any international connection for the group. That position, I worked in many different technologies, steel, chemicals, textile, consumer goods, carbon black, tires, gypsum boards, stuff like nuclear castings, specialty chemicals. I got tired of this and I wanted to do something. This is a aspect of social enterprise which mobilizes idea, and based on that idea alone led to success. There are no group of people contributing or donating anything to this idea, nor did I have the capital to put in that idea. So if you don't have the capital, make it a restriction, a constraint, and say, I don't have capital, I'm not going to borrow money and sell my wife's Mangal Sutra and put that money in my idea. Let us see if we can execute the idea without capital. If you don't have capital, you are not eligible for a loan also. So you make a decision, I won't take a loan. At that age of 1991, I was 51. I had enough experience to say that partnerships are designed to break, so no partner. In this case, my idea was to establish the first American collaborated MBA college in Bombay. So how do you do this? If it is a good idea, you must research it thoroughly. I researched the history of educational institutions, both in America, UK, Germany, and in India. I found that things start small. They take 10, 15 years to grow by their own efforts. then something significant happens to them. The significant event will be one of the students wins a Nobel Prize, for instance, or becomes a leader of a country. This has happened to London School of Economics. In the last, let us say, roughly 250 years of history of London School of Economics, it has produced more than 40 prime ministers for UK. When these things occur, suddenly the entire institutions get a shock. Or some donor will come and decide, hey, Ramana, this is a good idea. I'm going to give you 10 crores, build a building and do it well. That is a significant event. Or the institution is capable of getting, say, foreign collaboration and improve their standing and offering and brand value by virtue of the foreign collaboration. This is the mantra I found, that if I acting alone could get a foreign collaboration for an American university MBA in Bombay, that would solve my problems of credibility, capital, and everything else. I started this work in early 90 and could sign a contract with an American university in 1991 February and launch the first program in rented, shared premises in Somaya Vidyavihar in Ghatkopar in October 8th, 1991. Thereafter, very rapidly it grew. We grew without debt or without capital for 10 years, established 4 locations, then took the first 1 crore debt based on existing assets and started building other campuses, universities and things like. One man, clear goal, good idea, significant event. That leads to a social good. How is a social good education? If you can deliver. These days, education is one of the costliest elements in a middle class family budget. If you can deliver high quality education equal to the top 20 in the country and be at the lowest and most affordable cost level for the segment you serve, I believe that I have achieved a social good, which is not available anywhere consistently. And to make it true, we added one more principle to it. The cost of education in ITM, which is my organization, should have a payback of less than 2 years. That means if the MBA costs, let us say total for 2 years of 10 lakh, the average starting salary should be such that 10 lakhs is recovered in a year or year and a half. Definitely less than 2 years. So that is a good investment. Which investments will give you payback in 2 years? Education in ITM does. In every program, everywhere, across all our campuses, the average starting salary gives payback of less than 2 years for the parent and the student. So it is a social good. And the fact that we don't, as a family, we don't take anything from the institution and let it grow also makes it a social. This is one experience. The second, I will use our coordinator and leader, Jagan Babu himself. I came across him roughly around 12 years ago, I believe, when he was struggling with a good idea. He had a good career in MBA. He was functioning in managerial positions and struggling with one idea that he would leave his job and devote the rest of his life to social enterprise. He doesn't come from a wealthy family. I don't think if he started to put his own money or his wife's earnings or whatever savings he had, he would have been sunk long ago. Instead of that, he managed to he had a goal that he would convince 100 people to put in a certain amount each as a starting corpus, tantamount to a donation. And with that, he will buy land and work for converting it to a commercial, that is building a old people's home and a school and a temple and whatnot, and went on to make it real. I believe really 100 people signed up in the first 3 years, believing in this idea, and have given various amounts with which he could buy land of nearly 30 plus acres in a driving distance, 45 minutes driving distance of Bombay, and spend the next 3 years changing revenue department in Mantralaya to get all the various permissions and zoning changes and approach road and whole works to make it fit to as a public good, a school, an old people's home and a temple. That is the reality now. It is with the initial contribution of these donor come members, come investors. All the people who came together have 3 hats. Principally, they are a donor because there is no hope of getting money back. This was made clear to them in the very beginning itself. They are participants in a social enterprise, enjoying the troubles and successes, small success and big troubles of Jagan Babu, all these 6, 7, 8 years. They are also investors because these people were clever enough to invest on a private level adjoining lands. And if this project does come up, they will recover their donation come investments about 10-fold or 20-fold. That is the reality. Now, trust has been formed and surpluses are being created. I think I'm not wrong in saying that other than the fully paid cost of the land, the trust which administers the project, which is, by the way, an independent trust established under the Bombay Public Trust Act, for which people really well known, accountable people are trustees, has a corpus of at least a crore and a half right now, with which it can make a start. But projects, especially designed from the beginning, not with a profit motive, have a habit of dying unless you achieve two closures. One is the idea closure. Idea closure has been achieved. What do you mean by idea closure? It's a good idea. There is sufficient number of people to believe in that idea. They have actually come forward and aided it, and something has taken a concrete shape. That's a good idea. Second is a funding closure. Now with a corpus, small corpus like this, for example, if you have 1 crore, you can borrow 2 crores like that. Then what is the cost of the project? So he has received, Jagan Babu has received some advice that by conducting, using the same model, what I preach is what I know call as zero budget model. Any project, any idea for that matter, should be started with the concept that we are not going to fund it. It is a public good, public will fund it willy-nilly. And the operations will generate enough so that the idea can grow. As I said, classic example is Sulabh Complex. It is a zero debt company, funded by internal earnings. Whenever you take a piece or go to Loo in the one of them and clump down at 1 rupee or 5 rupees, you are adding to the creation of one more Sulabh Complex in some corner of one city. India is the maximum number of cities. The international definition of city is anything more than 100,000 population. We have mostly even our third tier 3 towns have got population of a lakh or more. There are hundreds and hundreds of those cities which lack these public toilet facilities. So Jagan Babu now, because he didn't start with capital, but he has now capital worth hundreds of crores because of the credibility that a project or a program that he undertakes is bound to result in two things: a successful end, and if it is a short-term project, a financially rewarding end as well. I'll give an example of that, the zero budget project. I remember last year sometime, Chinnajiyar Swami came all the way from Vijayawada to Bombay to deliver a 2-hour lecture. Shanmughananda Sabha was hired. Cost of the project is nearly anywhere between 10 to 15 lakhs, depending on all the arrangements, light, sound, music, marketing, air conditioning, all the permissions and stuff like that. But it started with a really zero budget. The only amount mobilized was to pay, say, 50,000 advance to Shanmughananda Sabha to confirm the date. Sufficient number of donors came forward. Sufficient number of tickets were sold. Sufficient number of corporate donations were received. And even the Swamiji who came to speak, he announced a donation of rupees 5 lakhs on the spot from the stage, resulting in a surplus of somewhere. Since I am not a part of this Old People's Home project of Jagan Babu, I don't ask him for the account since I have not earned that right. However, I am told that between 5 to 10 lakh surplus resulted from that zero budget. That means 50,000 initial play could be multiplied by 10 to 20 times for the benefit of the basic Vruddhashram Old People's Home project. These are two examples of what a social enterprise can do. When you look at social enterprises, you have to be aware of two things. There are many people, many what are known as under the class of NGOs, who seek to do public good by collecting funds mainly from CSR and donors and stuff. But they try to exist on such revenue themselves. So average ratio is anywhere between 50 to 70% of all the funds they receive for their own maintenance, administration, travel, and living costs. And only 20-30% of the revenues received as donations or corporate support go to the intended end use. For that, there is a remedy. An individual or a company or an institution can announce what is known as a zero load policy. What is zero load policy? You tell the CSR supporting companies or individuals that this is worth doing, and it costs so much, and if you give me a rupee, that rupee, or you give me a crore, that crore of rupees will go in entirety only to the project. It will not go for our expenses or our salaries or our maintenance or our admin costs. This idea works so well that few years ago when that great athlete from Andhra, Sindhu, the lady, won an Olympic medal. We all honored them. And it thought that badminton academies and educational institutions will do wonders for the culture of hard work, setting a goal, working for it, And if there are 100, 200 students working there in the badminton academy, they will provide role model to the rest of the students. You will know that almost without fail, all American universities have a large, well-funded sports department. It is unfortunately in India that is not true. Government has given hundreds of acres for IITs and IIM, but they have practically zero sports facilities and don't produce any sports team. But great universities who produce Nobel Prize winners and inventors and leaders of commerce and industry in America, they also produce sports champions. Why? It is a field of study and field of achievement. So with this idea, we floated a project, Badminton Academy, world class, and we had enough land in our Raipur University campus to do it. Believe it or not, Tata Trust came forward to put 20 crores in building a 8-court, 500 seating sports badminton academy, which we executed with their money, with every single rupee accounted to their finance team that we have not loaded that project with any of our expenses. In fact, we have given our 2 acres land to the project free of cost. That is another example of social enterprise. An existing organization within its abilities can do wonders if they adopt the zero load policy. I got enough to live on, but I will work for the public good. And I will not take money from that fund mobilized for the public good for my personal expenses of any nature whatsoever. If you announce that policy, there is unlimited amount of money available in India. So much money is available for doing public good in India that anyone wanting or receiving foreign money is automatically a suspect for not doing public good, which is happening across India right now. This is what I want to say. And I think I exceeded my time, 30 minutes, by for 5 minutes or so. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, sir. Just to add few things, various government approvals, they were asking a lot of, under table, some packets. I used to chase them every week, and until they fed up with me and they signed free of cost.
I believe you visited Mantralaya 200 times.
Yes.
So, in fact, everybody thinks that he is a senior secretary level employee in Maharashtra government.
So that was a good experience. Actually, a lot of learning also is there, which is really helping in other way. So, idea of now introducing Mr. SVR Murthy is to just show some small example how a small project as a pilot project we just kick-started about 2 years ago. And over to Murthy sir.
Good evening, everyone who all joined. I think I was a little late. Prior to the introduction has taken place. Ramana garu, మీరు చెప్పిన పాయింట్స్ చాలా వ్యాలిడ్ గా ఉన్నాయండి. అండ్ మోస్ట్ యూనివర్సిటీ సెటప్ చేసే వాళ్ళు అండ్ ఫర్ ఎ సోషల్ ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ రియల్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ మచ్ ఇన్స్పైరింగ్. ఐ విల్ డెఫినెట్లీ కనెక్ట్ విత్ యూ సెపరేట్లీ సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ జగన్ గారు ఫర్ కనెక్టింగ్ అస్ టు మూర్తి గారు.
నమస్కారం, గురుభ్యో నమః. పెద్దలందరికీ నమస్కారం. కేఎస్ మూర్తి గారు, ఆదుర్తి గారు, చాలా మంది ఉన్నారు. ఎస్, ఇట్ వాస్ నమస్కారం. This was an idea mooted about 1.5 years back, precisely in the month of October 2022. I was inspired by the idea of Jagan Babu Garu that everyone in Mumbai, after having 1+1 house, one for stay and one for giving it on rent, next step is to go for the farmhouse. But most of the farmhouses are just used only for few days, maybe 15 days in a year, and rest of the time the caretaker will be enjoying. And these people will go and order food from outside and pay huge amounts as maintenance. Why can't one social model like 10 of us join together or X number of us join together, contribute say 10 lakhs each and take farmhouse and make it useful for all of us? This idea started in somewhere in July, August, and we have taken one almost like 3-acre plot, just one kilometer away from Magica Water Park. Precisely from my door to that door, it is 75 kilometers. And I have utilized my WhatsApp, where most of the people use it for good morning, happy birthday, happy marriage, right, etc. I connected almost in the last 40 years of my journey, all my friends who had faith. Even just now, Kanakadurga madam, she is retired AGM of Canara Bank. She never worked with me. We both never worked together. But we had the experience of seeing each other and talking to each other. She knew me very well and I knew very well. She also joined one day. She said, SVR, when you are starting this, I have the faith. That's it. So faith is the investment in the social project, and we could gather up to 22 people. And that project, after starting this project, there was one WhatsApp forward where the Punganuru miniature cows were being circulated. Then we thought, why can't we start one Gaushala? And we started a Gaushala and named it after Kamadhenu Gaushala. My mother's name is Kamadhenu. And we both went to Rajahmundry, and Dr. Krishnamraju, he was the actual inventor of these Punganuru miniature cows. Even recently, he supplied these Punganuru cows even to the Prime Minister and Yogi Adityanath. Today morning only, I had a discussion with him. And we invited him to one of our programs conducted by Jagan Garu called Jai Telugu, where Janavitri Ramalingeshwara Garu came, and this gentleman, Dr. Krishnan Raju, also came. And we conferred a title, Go Dhana Samrakshaka, to him. And he is very much connected with Mumbai, and he has given the franchisee of that particular Nadipati Goshala to our Kamadhenu Goshala. And once in a while, one or the other program that has been taking place in the Vrindavanam hospitality, which is embedded with the Kamadhenu Goshala, and some stay arrangements. Recently, our Telugu IPS officer from Lonavala, he has conducted Diwali evening there, inviting all the school children from the nearby places. Almost like 70 to 80 people have attended, and this place is becoming day by day very popular by conducting these NSS camps for various students from the engineering colleges. Like that means investment. Once Ramana Garu also said in one of the meetings from the forum that investment is 6% and enjoyment is 100%. We even performed the Gau Kalyanam for this Punganuru cows somewhere in last June, and it was attended by 150 people, and it was widely covered in the media, electronic media and print media. And the very purpose of conducting this marriage is for the well-being of the Raigad district. That was the aim. So people were all emotionally also connected, and we have created one stage also there, and we plan to give it on rent for the poor people or destination wedding people. I mean, those who are planning for a destination wedding. So even recently, one picnic was also conducted by Dr. Gupta Garu, A.V. Gupta Garu, and it had accommodated almost like 700 people, and morning to evening. And front side it is highway, and back side it is a river. And just 1 kilometer from the Imagika Water Park on the Pali-Kopoli Road. So what I mean to say is taking advantage of our friendship since the age of, say, I was 22 years in 1983. At that time, even my classmates, till recently when I worked in Bhuj, one customer, all these people with all positive attitude, we created this and we developed this. And many people are, the clues how to start this type of venture, and I have been advising them. So this is to take advantage of our friendship in a positive way. एक बार मोदी साहब ने बताया था, दुनिया में अच्छे लोगों का कमी नहीं है और अच्छे लोगों का दिन भी आएगा. ऐसा when some bad people, I don't name it, all these mafia people, they can collude and they can work for the benefit of each other. Why can't positive thinkers like us join together and start a venture like this? And this is the end of my presentation or my story, a reality. And thanks to Jagan Babu Garu driving me to start this. And it has involved almost like 25 people.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. In last 10 years, today we have about more than 1 lakh people, on our database. Our network has grown so big. Now it has become a big platform. If anybody having any idea, you just come onto this platform, you share the idea, you get like-minded people, and you can carry on. You are the leader of the project, not the F-TAM, not the MTM. So leadership is with you, the ownership is with you, you are the manager, only you need people that this platform will provide. So that's the reason, we started this network in a bigger way. Now we are going to develop a mobile application and e-commerce portal. Portal will take us in a big way so that, more and more people can, get the benefit of it. Now we need to scale up in a big way. We have one Mr. Kumar. He's going to talk about some IT project, which is in the initial stage, which we are planning with a 1 crore capital. We almost got 20 people already signed up on this. So we wanted to share this idea. So idea of having this kind of a program and record it and share with all our people is to motivate more people. More and more people can start school, college, Gaushala, whatever they like, do something. Many people after retirement want to do something, but they are not getting the platform, they are not getting like-minded people. So all the knowledge of the retired people, all the voluntary people can be used for this kind of activity. So you have energy, you have a lot of base, you have a lot of connections as well. So we need to make use of it. There is no point, our energy is going west and, after 70, 75, we just leave this world. So this 15 years time, is active living is what, we need to promote. And we currently have over almost like 60 acres of land, with Subhash and other group. So a lot of opportunities are possible. Swamiji said, you have a hair, you meeku juttu ఉన్నది మీరు ఏ పుల్లనే పెట్టుకోవచ్చు. That is what he said, and we wanted to give him some 2 lakh rupees in the program, but he said no, I'll not take your program, and he gave us 5 lakh. And that 5 lakhs we immediately made FD. He said this money we will not use it, sir. We'll make FD. That money is still in FD. And after that Swamiji program, we made almost like 20 lakhs FD, sir, which is used for the land registration of 5 acres, which is transferred to the Anand Nilayam. And the board of directors, all the things, all the clearances are in place. Now we are going to start some activity. Hopefully by next 1 year's time, we will have a Bhumi Pujan. So more and more people want to join, can join here. Now the title is there, land is there, everything is there. So with this, you start discussion.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Myself, Kumar. I am a retired banker, VRS from Banker and Financial Institution. I have been trained from IIM Bangalore also. So when Jagan Babu sir means I met in social groups. So I introduced, I put forth my ideas. So sir told, why can't you present yourself? So that's why I am here today among yourself, sir. I am being privileged among you because you are all great people. So I want to put forth my PPT, my ideas in a PPT form. It comes as a social idea also, it comes as a business idea also. It's a mix of both. So Jagan Babu sir, can you please present?
I'm just looking at the file, sir.
One of the idea which was materialized, which was generated some 10-11 years back in my mind, is the Porter app, which is now there for the logistics as a this one business idea. Once I was doing my project in my MBA class, so I generated as a malgadi.com as a website. 11 years back, mobile apps were in a nascent stage. So the same idea means I was just looking for the vehicles moving from one point to another point. In the return, they were returning back, but they were spending 10,000, 15 on diesel costs and all. So that small, when there is a problem, we can, if you try to think in a good way or in a other way, we will find a business idea in. So that serves the environment also, that serves for some social cause also, not necessarily social cause in that idea.
First of all, I'm very fortunate to connect with all eminent and like-minded people. So the already Jagan Babu has taken forward this project, and we need to actually maintain the momentum. And initially he was telling that there should be, we should connect, we should make a one portal where all business services, like maybe doctors or kind of carpenters and in any kind of mainly Telugu community people, if you are connected in any particular app, so this is helpful to the community, as well as we can generate some kind of revenue model. So this is truly inspiring. And currently, actually, since I'm working chemical industry, so here actually in this app I may not able to really contribute in terms of how to make the app, but definitely we can work together. Yeah.
Thank you
for this opportunity, Jagan Garu and PV Ramana sir, Murthy Garu and all, for Telugu people and also others. It's a great initiative. There's no doubt on that. And I think there are many people who has got a lot of skills and products and services available. They don't know how to actually promote and sell in the online platform. If you see that database which you have, you're saying 1 lakh people you have database. I'm sure that many people has got potential but they're not able to explore and utilize it. So basically, I'm sure that many people don't know the apps and how it works and how it gets integrated with applications like, for example, once you develop an app, any kind of platform you use it automatically gets connected to all your e-commerce kind of platforms like Flipkart, Amazon, many and same way logistics firm, same way for bank payments and collections, etc. So it integrates everything automatically to them, and it's going to be a very, very ease of. So I think that's where this kind of apps, how it is going. Basically, we have to while there is a skill set and products and services available, I think we have to we have to invest on the app and promote and how it's going to work. I think we may require to put more session to the people in the bigger forum.
Yes, absolutely.
Then
it's just a beginning. Yeah. It's just a beginning.
There are hardly. If you look at the social enterprise model, social entrepreneur or enterprise model, I think there are hardly any apps are available for this kind of exploration. Yes, it's a very, very big opportunity.
Yeah, it's really it's required now.
Yeah.
If you wanted to connect globally Telugu people or any social enterprise model, the technology is must now. And
I'll just share you, Subhash. Once we done this, software, now it is for Telugu community. Now this box, this package, I can give it to Gujarati community, Karnataka, Tamil, everybody. So
That
our
franchise-
investment will be recovered very fast, and we can use this as a for many ventures. So more and more people can share this. Now the last 10 years we have grown to this level, and next 10 years is going to be 100 times with all the people all the like-minded people who are coming, and we are doing various programs. Why? It is just to connect more people based on the skills. I may be doing 10 things, whatever you like, let us do something new. And henceforth, we are not going to be the owners. All the people who have ideas, they will be the owners. So there's a platform is separate and the ownership is separate. So same way the IT company which you are promoting will have about 50 people. Everybody will have 2% stake and they will be the owners. And all the people who are collaboration is important. Competition here, only collaboration. So whatever I am good at, I'll do it. Whatever you are good in, you do. So let's do it in a common goal. So that is the idea. We'll continue this every task. And for this, maybe Kumar and some more people will be leading. But I'm basically going to be focusing on our own projects, which is Anand Nilayam, our 6 acres of land and the platform. The rest of the things will go on its own. And there is, if you make money, just donate some money for the charity. That's what, I'm expecting. Over to you, Kumar.
The requirement should be addressed. So the problem statement is on the audience side, I have a resources and I look forward to expand. I don't know after means for a student, I don't know what to do after my education. Means they want to do apprentice or practical involvement in a real life situations before they enter the real life job situations. I want to connect with like-minded people in my area. I want to do a little big establish means if it is on a too big side, I establish a data center or a software company. I want to contribute to the environment. Individually I can't do, but in a group it can be done. So like I am a housewife and I want to do business or act as a franchisee. I have sufficient space which can be used under franchisee model. Looking for a discounted hotel booking at affordable travels. So these are the requirements. We are looking for a co-work space and work from farms, career guidance and all. So the solution to these type of problems is a trusted partner or a group whom we can rely upon. See, trust is an important factor in a startup. Means the person who is investing, he will be looking whether my money invested is with a trusted person. So if we partner with a third person, there is a risk also, and there is a trust is not established and people step back. But whereas when the organization is registered and well educated people are connected, so people build it builds trust. The individual may cheat but not the group of people or a organization like this. So and this type of organization provides the networking opportunities and where there will be cost saving and revenue sharing. So what needs for a business is a initial push, like Ramana sir was saying, means whatever is the kickstart is required, that will be given by this group. So and the app we are going to develop will have an experience and a test platform for the experience, creating an experience a little. They want to test it and leave it. If it is successful also, they can continue with us. If we test it at a lower cost, which they can otherwise do at a higher cost. So it can be for a social cause also. The concept in a startup will be one to many. One to many in the sense means suppose for a edtech is there, the content is one, but it is shared to the many. So there the costs come down, or it can be free also, free of cost also. And the other thing of a digital platform is, if we want to establish even a smallest shop, we need a huge investment, rent, approvals, this, that and all. But a digital shop is more cheaper than a physical shop always. So what we do in this main startup will be the good virtues and values will always be a part of the model at every stage. Means we will do for a good cause. So when sir told me to talk about social enterprise, I was just googling. There was two models. One is cradle to cradle design, means one time use. Any resource is put for one time use, that is called cradle to cradle. And there is other approach is cradle to grave is one time use. Cradle to cradle is it repeated use. So it can be for second hand goods also. So in the platform what we are going to develop, what we are going to provide is, it's a common platform for branding, packaging, certification, marketing and selling at affordable cost. What you can give and what you are looking for may help as a negotiating platform. You can sell the products in your group, in the group name where the branding is created. Like the Telugu saying goes, Aikyamatyam Mahabalam, we pool the resources and share the resources. Means in the definition of insurance also goes like this. Means we pool the risk and share the risk. The risk in a business, the risk in a life, the risk in a asset, whatever is there. So here in the startup also the risk is pooled and the risk is shared. We create an aggregation of similar activities like suppliers and buyers or services. It can be for a simple service providing like a all tailor shop, all drivers are etc. We promote pool buying and pool sellings. A platform like Quora can also have for a general queries within the social common groups. So if we have surplus, we can organize trade fairs like Jagan Babu sir is doing in other way, like means spiritual meetings and all. So collaborations and strips through a trusted entity can be developed.
Great,
so innovation and experimentation can be done, sir. So what the products can be, I have some examples. What the products can be based on the market trends. In the technology, it can be mobile apps, micro data centers, queue management software, drones, etc. In the accounting finance, it can be a ERP software. So if we just, I was talking about edtech. Edtech is, even though so many educational apps are there, but all are giving at a price, means it costs at least 30,000 to 1 lakh rupees. My idea is it can be given at 1,000 rupees also, because it is a one time data. So at a mass level also it can be given up to a 10th standard, I think a higher school standard, it can be given at mass level. It is a one time, sir, one to many. So one to many concept work here. But how to market this edtech app is we should give to the schools. Means win-win situation. School should promote this. So if we give the ERP software to the school will disseminate and means the instigated to download the app, because it is a free of cost and affordable at its price. In Mumbai also, if we can see, people don't do breakfast with a proper food, sir. Means if being a Telugu group here, so the dosa batter, as we know, idli dosa batter and curd rice, these are South Indian foods, but in Mumbai it is not used. Because people in the morning they don't do breakfast. This is 18,000 crore industry. Idli dosa batter is like ID batter has done. So tour operator, infrastructure, solar plants, heat engineer, this can be done, sir. In the environment also, even the check dam and water management, silt removal from ponds, these can be taken as social activities, and students can be motivated to do this as a pilot projects for their lifetimes.
Enterprise. Thank you, Kumar. Dr. Geeta Venkatesh is on our board. If she can speak for 2 minutes.
Namaste, one and all. So it's really a great opportunity for me. Thank you, Subhash, for introducing me here. And really, I have heard. Actually, I was just thinking that okay, fine. Always it goes on many Zoom meetings and all, but but really, it's amazing, and it has really put a seed in me, as I already written it in the message that like I too now I'm feeling that okay, I'm just running one school, like it's for the cause, and it's entirely social cause. It is entirely social cause. Like the same thing what our Ramana sir said, international quality of education is being given in affordable fees here in our school. So that thing, and even most of the parents really appreciate for that, and it is really affordable for all the areas and middle class people here. So the same thing, after listening to Ramana sir, I felt that that's true. Whatever is good, why can't I spread it? And I've heard long back, few years back, like one person was telling me that you are no anyam chestunnau. The best quality you're keeping it to one school only. Why can't you spread that type of education to all? So I have no idea about how to spread it and all. I just started a school and it's well and fine. So really, after hearing this, I too am feeling that I have to establish it in more different areas. And for that, of course, I got a hand now. Telling that there will be a help and introduction to me with the greater persons and eminent people like you. So thank you, one and all, really, for having me. I'm happy here to be here today. And hope I really continue with such meetings.
So basically, the mobile app is very, useful to everyone in Telugu community. We can add many features in it. First thing is like, basically anything. But initially we need to develop a database where we should have all the details of all the people, and then whatever. If I want searching for a room in Mumbai, so I can get that advantage of searching a room in Mumbai. If I want some job, right? So I should be able to search for the job in the app. So each and everything, it should be for a basic need, that would be very good.
So basically, in this app, we wanted to give services from birth to death. So the child is born, what he needs, he needs the names. Nowadays, all the children are staying abroad, even for the funerals, people are not able to come. They're not getting 4 or 5 people to, take the body to the cremation. So the situation is getting very worst. So how we can help, these are the areas. Many things are there. So anybody having an idea can come here. It is like a marketplace. People can come, do something, make a cake and enjoy a slice of the cake. That is a clear goal. And this project will be, lead by Kumar, Vinay, all the young people who have got the energy, and they are the behind this. And we people, we are just promoting people. We are going to help them make success. So whoever is interested can take it to the next level. And in this project, Kumar, Prasad, and Chalapati are the leaders, and who has got knowledge and who knows the solution, architecture, everything. So they will be driving it. Everybody will have 1% of the equity. That is what minimum we are planning, so that we get 100 people who are working free of cost for this project. That's a simple idea. You and any more questions?
Jagan, just I wanted to share one, this collaborated social enterprise model. Jagan and MTM, we group purchased land at Pali, with the aim of, getting into the senior citizen home. The same idea, Jagan and myself, I introduced one group, my college group. It's a GDC, Good Girls Club, Charity Trust. They also joined. They also agreed to join with us, and they also purchased around 20-25 acres land adjacent to Anandi land. They like our idea best. They like whatever we are doing it. So they also came up with an independent idea, and they, in the same village with their own fund, they constructed one crematorium and smashan. That area, there is no like such concept of crematorium. So they joined with Anand Nilayam, and we got all the Anand Nilayam got all the permissions from the various authorities, and then they paid all money, and now the crematorium is ready over there, and it is used. And now they are interested in set up chain of crematoriums. So this is how the seeding starts. This is how the social enterprise model works. I'm impressed. That just now the Ramana sir also just guided us how the Sulabha toilet started. So same way, this group has now in the mood of setting up multiple crematorium across that region. Currently they have a budget of 10. So anybody can come, share their idea, take a momentum with us, use our app, use our team, use our network, and you just move your ideas. Thank you.
నేను కనకదుర్గ యాక్చువల్లీ రిగార్డింగ్ యాప్ దీనిలో మీరు 1 lakh మెంబర్స్ ఉన్నారన్నారు కదా, వై డోంట్ యూ రొటేట్ సర్క్యులేట్ వన్ గూగుల్ ఫామ్ ఆస్కింగ్ దేర్ ప్రొఫెషన్ అండ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్.
Started.
ఆ ఫామ్ తోటి మనకి డేటా వచ్చేస్తుంది. దెన్ ఇట్ విల్ బి యూస్ఫుల్ for creating verticals, because since I am also dealing with one app, I am also working for one corporate services as CEO. It's a charitable company related to community. We too have an app. There we develop like different verticals, like we have advocates, doctors, whenever they need doctors with different verticals, like they need pulmonologists, we can give area wise. That way we
fantastic. That is fantastic.
Madam, what we are planning, pin code, area wise, location wise also. We'll track the location
wise also. Location wise, even for NRI parents, what you suggested, like, is a very good movement, like taking them to till reaching them to hospital to in case of any
anything
happening. Also taking care is a great thing, and it's a good cause.
It's a many services.
And really, we should take it forward, and I'm there with you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Bhupesh, you have some idea. He joined from Dubai. He liked the idea. He just transferred 5,000 rupees donation to our Anand Nilayam account, bank account, just now. So that's a great thing. Thank you, Bhupesh.
Welcome, sir.
They actually, social enterprise is a new subject. Seemingly public goods are also become very great commercial enterprises. You'll remember that when internet phenomenon came around 2000 or so, 2002 onwards, one of the first services that 80% of the world adopted is Google search. It was free. People wondered how the company will make money by offering a search engine free of cost to everybody. So philosophy is driving many startups in India, which by nature of which 90% of them will fail, or even 99% will fail. The idea is that you build something, offer it zero cost to the consuming public, hoping that the growing exponential success of that will create a market in itself for other people to advertise and get business.
Yes.
If you click on a Garikapati YouTube video, you will get at least 4 to 6 advertisements of 30 seconds each. And for that reach which he has got, I think each of his YouTube videos get audience level of 200,000, 300,000 views in the first 4 weeks itself. So at that level, for each such ad, he gets not less than 10,000 rupees. That means one YouTube video constantly viewed and reviewed generates to the author good amount of revenue, out of which Google will take 30%. Right? Who is creating this value add? Two sources. Original value add is the promoter, speaker, the app designer. That is the original value add. But that value add is insignificant. For each 2-hour presentation, you pay him 1 lakh of rupees. That value add is insignificant because over a lifetime of 10 years, that YouTube presentation of this 2.5 hours, 2 hours, will get him 20 lakh revenue, right? The reason I am pointing it out is this: for your IT app, which you want to give to everybody from birth to final resting place, don't make it as an app which people will search and will therefore pay you or pay for some services. You will fail if you do that. Make it browser based, knowledge based, services, help on demand based. What you are only purveying already pre-existing information. You are not generating any new information, collecting databases and cross-linking them. You do that on your money. Your 100 people participating with 1% equity, their sweat equity is what powers this IT app. But if you don't call it an app downloadable on Google Play or anything like that, make it on something like which you can put on YouTube or Facebook or TikTok or all such social media platforms. Now, even WhatsApp has got a commercial and payment angle and things like that. If you generate 1 million viewership, then the resulting ad revenue, that means future customers are underwriting your present efforts. Therefore, how attractive it is. Please note that the rate of failure in IT projects is much
very high.
1 in 10,000 apps only succeeds.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, so you are underwriting individual risk by dividing it by 100, but the risk doesn't disappear.
Correct. Absolutely. I think our Kumar and Vinay and Prasad, all people are there. We have CA, we have a lawyer, we have.
You sail free on Facebook, all kinds of browsers, all social media platforms, and has got something attractive for everybody. Small ideas work. One girl of in 10th standard, 11th standard, is good this social media user, TikTok and Telegram and others. This girl noticed that everybody wants an avatar, or a profile picture, or a cartoon avatar representing them. She started a business of, if they send her a one-page profile, written profile, she will create an avatar and give them. And she started charging $10.
Oh, great.
Before that, after 2 years, she is able to meet her complete educational expenses plus monthly allowance of 10,000 rupees for personal expenses out of one small service.
Great,
so
sir.
The idea has to be new enough and good enough. Don't carry around old ideas.
Got it.
Idea the app is good. Idea that you will need an app is good. But the app contents what you're all traditional.
Yeah, the customer retention and traction is important. Engaging them is also important.
Retention, getting them in the first place.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
ఫస్ట్ ప్రథమం మన డాక్టర్ పివి రమణ గారికి చాలా చాలా ధన్యవాదాలు, శతకోటి ధన్యవాదాలు. మీ విలువైన అమూల్యమైన సలహాలు చెప్పినందుకు ధన్యవాదాలు. అదే విధంగా ఈ రోజు మొబైల్ యాప్ డెవలప్మెంట్ అండ్ రీసెర్చ్ టీమ్ వారికి కూడా పేరు పేరున ధన్యవాదాలు. అందరికి త్వరలోనే మళ్ళీ కలుసుకుందాం. ఉగాది శుభాకాంక్షలు అందరికి.
ఫస్ట్ మే నాడు ఒకటి తెలుగు సాహిత్య సమ్మేళన కార్యక్రమం ఉన్నది కార్గర్ లో. తర్వాత 19 మే నాడు గరికిపాటి ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఉన్నది. మీ అందరూ రావాలి అన్నాడు. ఐ విల్ సెండ్ యూ ద ఇన్విటేషన్ అగైన్.
మనము ఎస్వి గారు, మూర్తి గారి పేరు మర్చిపోకండి. ఆయన ఆనంద నిలయం గురించి చాలా చక్కగా చెప్పారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ మూర్తి గారు.
సార్ అందరికి పేరు పేరున చెప్పాను.
ఎస్విఆర్ మూర్తి గారికి, కుమార్ గారికి, వినయ్, ప్రసాద్, వెంకట్ గారు అందరికి let us take it to a new level and let us build new leaders also. It is F-TAM. Thank you.